Evening, people. So, day 4, and it's gone pretty well. Water, I'm on my 4th litre, which is good for a weekend. Normally that's where water sort of gets forgotten about. I'm busy or lazy or whatever I'm doing. So then it means I end up not drinking my water. Not helpful at all. Products wise, I have had hot chocolate with Beanie's coconut coffee. Love that one. Love it. Almost as much as amaretto, but amaretto is the favourite. Second product, veg soup. Third was a strawberry and apple bar with a cup of coffee. Dipped it in my coffee. I know some people are like probably thinking, disgusting. I love it. Makes it a little bit softer and just, it's like a little treat then, isn't it? Trying to think, there's not been anything really that remarkable for most of today. Something that's just happened though, and I think this is probably something that would apply more to people that are severely overweight. If you're maybe a stone or two, this may be difficult to relate to, but just been to Domino's to get pizza for my boyfriend. He's bought it. Obviously wanted me to hold it in the car, absolutely fine. Got in the car, sat there, and as he went to shut the car door, it rebounded back open because it hit my ass, basically. Part of that was because I was slightly sat on my side, but the reality is that part of that is because my ass is far too fat. Initial thought, felt like shit. He made a comment, that's not good. That's not him trying to be horrible in any way, shape or form. And I know that part of it is because he just wants me to be healthier. And he wants me to do it for me. But that pokes your shit, that does. When it's that obvious, black and white, no getting around it. And it made me think of other things that I think certainly I do, and possibly other people when you are a lot bigger, is going to a restaurant and you're looking at the chairs. They got arms on. Are they going to hurt your sides? Picnic tables. Are they really old rickety ones that are at risk of fucking collapsing if you sit your fat ass on it? Gaps to get through. So when you're in a busy pub and stuff like that and you're following your mates that are like pretty healthy weights and that, you're following them and thinking, I don't fucking fit through there. That ain't gonna happen, is it? I think for pretty overweight people, the aeroplane is probably the biggest dread that people have. They are small seats, small belts. I say small, I'm big. The two don't go together, so maybe they're average seats and I'm well above average. And just those types of things, I think, of anything depending on what your size is. It could be when somebody orders you work uniform believing that they think, oh, that'll fit you, and it's about 4 sizes too fucking small. And you're like utterly embarrassed that you've now got to go and ask for something that's not just a size bigger, but a lot bigger. I'm just trying to think of other things. I remember having a car that I had to buy a seatbelt extension for because I was bigger than what I am now. Wow. talk about utterly fucking embarrassing. Sorry, the boyfriend has come up, and I don't like doing my vlogs in front of him at all. I'm still quite conscious of that. So so I just turned it off. And I don't think it's because any of this stuff that I say I wouldn't say to him. We're pretty open and honest about our feelings about stuff and things. So later on I will say to him, that upset me, and he'll say, I didn't mean to, it just, I want you to lose weight. So back on like the different things that I think another thing sometimes is when you're following people. So when you're bigger, you don't tend to walk as fast as other people because physically you're not fit enough to do it. I'm not saying this for everybody. I know, I'm well appreciate that there are some people that would be able to. Or when you're following someone and they go up a flight of stairs and you're like, for fuck's sake, like, do you not want to take the lift? So, and I know that some people probably think, well, don't be so lazy. It's not that. It's the embarrassment of going up one flight of stairs and being like, huffing and puffing your fucking ass off because you're not fit enough, or, you know, you're still on about step bloody 5 and they're already at the fucking top. But yeah, so I think definitely for me, being overweight, my mind works overtime. I went to the Isle of Wight with my boyfriend a couple of weeks ago, and we went on the chairlift for the Needles. Terrified does not even come into it. Why? Not because of going on it, the sheer terror that there was no weight limit writ anywhere, and I was shitting my pants that I was too heavy. But he really wanted to go on it, and I really wanted to go on it. And I sort of said to him, oh, but I'm worried it's going to break. And he's like, no, it'll be fine. There's me thinking, fuck. Like, you're not little. Not as heavy as me, but you're not little. I'm fucking far from little. Oh my God. This snaps, I die or seriously injured. Is that in the paper that couple too fat fall to their death? What the? And those types of things like going through my head. So I think something that I realised that because of my weight, you sort of say, oh no, you don't not do stuff because of it, but you do. Like, even if you think, oh yeah, but I still go out and I still go there. But your mind is automatically, well, I won't do that bit and I won't do that bit and I'll avoid that bit and I'll stay away from that bit. And my friends all went on a spa thing. I won't go because I felt far too self-conscious in front of all of them to be in my swimming costume. There's some of them that I wouldn't have bothered me, but there's other ones of them that it would have. I suppose to a small degree, it's not wanting. It's a bit of an insecurity of mine is in a swimsuit. Again, at the Isle of Wight, we had a hot tub. Absolutely fucking loved it. Now my boyfriend has seen me with nothing on loads of times, and yet I was more conscious of him seeing me in a swimming costume. Sounds fucking stupid, doesn't it? I did get in the hot tub every single night, but it wasn't enclosed, so other people could see us. Oh my God, conscious does not even come close. I didn't want to get in and out of it when the people were up on theirs, and then there's a bit of me that's like, well, I'm gonna have to, we're getting out now and they're still out. The times that they weren't there when I got in and out, I felt better about it. And there's plenty of things that I've looked and definitely wanted to avoid because of my weight. Definitely. So just wondering what things you've avoided, or had something happened where you've not avoided it. So then from that moment on of that negative, you've then not done it again. I am that person that has, why I brought picnic tables up, Very, very, very public place. Sat at a picnic table, absolutely fine. On my own, my boyfriend buggered off. Boyfriend at the time, not the one I'm with now. So ex-boyfriend went to go pee or something, whatever he went to do. He got up, which must have shifted it. I went to stand up, the whole thing collapsed, and I was left sat there on the floor. What the fuck? Now, some people can say, well, it's probably rickety, and that could have happened to anybody, and it could have. But how much more embarrassing is it when it happens to a fat person? A million times more embarrassing. A million. That you're so fat you break the table, you're so fat you can't sit in that chair, you're so fat you need a belt extension on an aeroplane, you're so fat you can't take part in X, Y and Z. And then you realise that you're not taking part in anything, so are you really taking part in life? And is there any point? That's not how I mean it. But doesn't something need to change if you are never taking part in life properly? Because I'm going to tell you now, there's a lot of things I want to do. I don't want to be in a pub and having to mentally work out my fucking route from A to B because I can't follow my friends through because my ass is too fat to fit through. Where's that moment in it when you have to fit between two tables, people sitting back to back, and your ass is about to take their fucking head off as you go through, or you knock stuff off of the table because you can't actually fit through it, is the reality. I have thought of another one. Being really overweight. Toilets. Now, I don't mean you can't fit on the fucking toilet. I do mean, and this is very much a female thing, definitely, sanitary boxes. Making friends with you in the toilet, yeah? Who wants that touching them? But I need a piss. So someone's got to give, and it has to be me. And the toilets that where the door is so close to the fucking toilet, you can barely get in there. Now, you know, they're the toilets that even a normal weighted person has got to nearly stand on the toilet seat to get in there and shut the door. So when you're big, what the holy fuck are you supposed to do then? And when you need to use portalies, coopy over it. Coopy over it? How would you do that when you're my size? And if you're in one of those uber urgent situations and you needed to crouch, yeah, we all know I'm going to end up sat in it. Thankfully, never needed to. I've said that now. I'm going to end up with my car breaking down in the middle of nowhere, dying for a piss, aren't I? So, on that note, as I've well and truly fucking lowered the tone, I'm going to end that there. I'd love to know your sort of thoughts on that, really. Definitely would love to know your thoughts about not fitting into things. I think the whole not fitting in is a different issue, but the not fitting into things like the chairs, etc, 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 as a very overweight person, is a massive issue. Excuse the pun, but massive. So yeah, for now, that is me done.